On line. 0. Chief's Crown with Turkoman and Uptown Swell, those three heads apart. On the outside, a skip trial. And then Don's Choice. Broadway Tommy and Stefan's Odyssey. They pass the stands with Turkoman leading by a neck. Now Don's Choice on the outside moves into second, challenging the early lead as they approach the clubhouse turn. Don's Choice on the outside puts a neck in front. On the outside again is Skip Trial, and on the rail is Turkoman. Turkoman on the rail once again gains the lead. Then Don's Choice is second, Skip Trial third, Chief's Crown is in fourth. Then Uptown Swell, Stefan's Odyssey, and Broadway Tommy is seventh. The first quarter, 24-1 as they approach the backstretch. Turkoman on the rail. On the outside, Don's Choice. Don's Choice now puts ahead in front. Skip Trial on the outside of Turkoman. They're heads apart, second and a third. They have about 5 on Chief's Crown in fourth. Then it's Uptown Swell, Stefan's Odyssey, and Broadway Tommy remains in seventh. The half in 48-1. Don's Choice, Turkoman still vying for the lead. Skip Trial on the outside is a very close third. They have about 3 on Chief's Crown still in fourth. Stefan's Odyssey is still far back in sixth. They enter the far turn, 3/4, 11-4. Don's Choice on the outside now takes the lead, and there goes Skip Trial alongside. Skip Trial now takes the lead. Don's Choice alongside in second. On the rail is Turkoman in third by 2, then Chief's Crown. They approach the top of the stretch. Stefan's Odyssey still far back in sixth. Skip Trial on the outside leads by a neck. Turkoman on the rail in second. There goes Chief's Crown on the outside. Skip Trial has the lead by a neck. Turkoman comes on again. Chief's Crown gaining ground on the outside. Uptown Swell on the rail in fourth. There's Stefan's Odyssey on the outside. They pass the 8th pole. Chief's Crown, last year's 2-year-old champion, now takes the lead. Turkoman is second. Skip Trial is back into third. Then Stefan's Odyssey. It's Chief's Crown in front.
The classic, the climax of a day of dreams. And Proud Truth stimulated many dreams last winter. A 3-year-old contender, but injury sidelined him.
He's coming back. He's got a race over the track. This is his 12th start. He still runs a little green.
Turkoman shivers at the prospect of winning a stake, but even in non-stakes competition, he's been impressive.
He exploded here. This is the best 7 furlongs I've seen all year. However, the Breeders' Cup, he's got to run against better horses than this.
Track Baron, fast and tough. He'll look you eyeball to eyeball and try his guts out. But he likes to be alone on the lead.
People who don't watch enough races don't realize that. When a horse is loose on the lead, he's going to be tough. If they let him go, they won't catch him.
And the horse that won't let Track Baron go, by all odds, is Van Landingham. Winner of the Jockey Club Gold Cup, he likes to run on the lead himself.
One of them will be on the lead, Van Landingham or Track Baron. If they go together, they could both collapse.
Stalking will be Chief's Crown. Beaten favorite in all 3 Triple Crown races this spring, but much better now.
And he's won 2 races at 1.25 miles, including this, the Marlboro, beating many of these horses.
This race may not send anybody to the Hall of Fame, but it'll send a lot of us to the betting windows. The stretch, Harv.
I like the fact you're picking the same horse because it shows you didn't have the brains to go through the race again. He's got a good shot. This is a strategy race. I like the Chief. He's beaten these horses before. He may beat them again. This is a super horse race.
Another chalk pick from Harv. Back to you, Dick.
Well, there is an interesting line. Here's how it looks now. Chief's Crown the favorite at 2-1. Gate Dancer 3-1. And lots of support as well for Van Landingham at 9-2. How about your choice, Dave?
I'm in big trouble. I have to agree with Pete Axtell.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I don't think I've ever picked Gate Dancer before, but I like him this afternoon. I think he's going to be terrific. Now down to Tom Hammond.
We're at the starting gate, Dave, and the starter, Frank.
Now for a $3 million run. Let's go upstairs.
And they're up in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and Chief's Crown is away quickly. And so is Van Landingham, and Cordero sends Track Baron in between them now to grab the lead. Cordero puts Track Baron on the lead now, and he takes him back a bit. And Van Landingham comes after him from the outside. Chief's Crown comes away with the leaders, now racing in 3rd position. Imperial Choice is 4th on the outside. Bounding Basque is racing in 5th. And then it's Gate Dancer, he's 6th on the inside. Farther back are Turkoman and Proud Truth, the trailers. Track Baron with pressure from Van Landingham. The first quarter went in an even 23 seconds. Those two hook up as they begin their run up the backstretch. It's a gap of 3.5 lengths back to Chief's Crown and Imperial Choice alongside. Another two back to Gate Dancer, and he's about 7 lengths off the lead now. Bounding Basque alongside, racing in 6th position. Then Turkoman second to last, and Proud Truth trails. 46-4 for the half mile. They continue up the backstretch. It's still Track Baron holding on to the lead. Van Landingham is right at his neck. It's another 3.5 lengths back to a patient Don Macbeth with Chief's Crown. Now he asks him for a run with a half mile to go. Imperial Choice is right alongside Chief's Crown. Gate Dancer is moving through in between horses now. Turkoman is putting in a big run toward the rail, and they're midway around the final furlong now. They're midway 3 furlongs to run. It's Track Baron with a short lead. Imperial Choice is gaining ground on the outside. Van Landingham. Chief's Crown is surging. Chief's Crown now emerges from in between horses. Imperial Choice is right there. Gate Dancer is closing boldly on the outside. Proud Truth, he was last down the backstretch. He's taking it to the leader. It's Gate Dancer in front with less than a furlong to run. Proud Truth is right at his neck. Proud Truth on the outside. Gate Dancer is game. Proud Truth ahead. Gate Dancer, those two at driving finish. Proud Truth has won it. Proud Truth got up in the final jumps to defeat Gate Dancer. Those two were heads apart, bobbing at the finish. The final time, 2 minutes and 4/5 of a second. Proud Truth, the winner of the second Breeders' Cup Classic.
The 3-year-old Proud Truth, a surprise at 7-1, written by George Velasquez. The arch rival of Chief's Crown, an off-the-pace threat, 5th in the Kentucky Derby, couldn't handle the track. But boy, he loved it at Aqueduct today.
Just 5 days ago, Proud Truth won the Discovery by a neck in the greatest performance of his life. But this was his biggest payday this afternoon as he slipped through fractions of 23, 46-4, 111, the mile in 136-2, and mowed down Gate Dancer on the outside in the final furlongs, home in 2 minutes and 4/5 of a second. Darby Dan Farms, Proud Truth. John Galbraith said this is the best horse he ever owned. He's just been proven right. Many of us thought that it wasn't. $3 million. John Veach, the trainer, and on the far outside, wearing the brown and fawn colors, you're going to see Proud Truth roll on with Velasquez, who won earlier this afternoon with Life's Magic. It looked to me like I was going to be a winner here with Gate Dancer. Chris McCarron left-handed whip there, but here comes Velasquez on the outside, and down the stretch they come for a 2-horse race for the $3 million. Proud Truth on the outside with just 5 days rest. What a performance as he wins the Classic today.
And a classic race again it was, the son of Graustark. And there you see it on the wire, by ahead, Proud Truth. And what was a concern for the Galbraiths and the Darby Dan Farms people, the fracture back in May. Sideline was this horse, Proud Truth. Sideline from May until October. Maybe that was a big blessing in disguise. Certainly was.
For the 1986 Metropolitan Handicap, Dave.
And there's El Bosco, who's a handy little horse, but he's 0 for 2 this year. Last year, though, $374,000 in earnings and only 1 win. He comes from off the pace. That's his best game, and he's ridden by Robbie Davis, who hails from Pocatello, Idaho. Number 2, Aggressive Bid, has been scratched. Here's the 3-horse, Ziggy's Boy by Danzig, out of the real good race mare, Joe's Little Girl. Last race, he was in front all the way, but just got nipped at the wire by Love That Mac, so maybe it's better if he stays just a bit off the pace. And Walter Guerra is the substitute rider. Number 4 is Garthorne. Win or lose, this is one of the best handicap horses in the United States. Raced in France until last fall. 5 out of 6 wins since making the trip across the pond. He's good on turf or dirt. He is one tough cookie. Now, his mile race at Aqueduct on March the 28th was so good, if he runs that back, he'll destroy this field. His jockey is Rafael Meza. Number 5 is Lady Secret, the filly. She's always tough. She has the speed and $1.5 million in her bank account. And Patrick Day, who's already had 3 winners this afternoon, is aboard. It's a good thing he didn't succeed at trying to be a rodeo rider. Fortunate for us, he is one of the top jockeys in the land. Number 6 is Love That Mac. We talked with Eddie Maple. Love That Mac has a lot of speed, but the question mark is the distance. And Eddie Maple who comes from that racing family with brothers Sam and Mark, who are also jockeys, looking for another Met win this afternoon on the long shot. Number 7 is Smile. 86 debut, a corker on the grass here 2 weeks ago. He won easily with a little bit of trouble, but Smile's best race was probably last year in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, where he finished second to Precisionist with trouble there. Jacinto Vasquez gets the mount on Smile, a long shot with a chance this afternoon. Number 8 is Turkoman, who won his last 4, including the Oaklawn Handicap, and last out. Before that, a track record in the Widener at Hialeah. He comes from off the pace. He's done just about everything. John Preachy just talked with John of Newsday. He says he's the best handicap horse in the country, but the question mark is 6 weeks away from the races. Can he do it? We'll see. He has Chris McCarron aboard, one of the best. And Proud Truth, who was acting up in the paddock here, by the way, but he's such a professional racehorse, it's hard to believe he's 0 for 4 this year, but he still is the horse that won last year's Breeders' Cup Classic, dueling Gate Dancer right down to the wire, and Jorge Velazquez is aboard, 123 pounds to pack over the mile this afternoon. What a field in the Metropolitan, Chris.
Well, Dave, they're calling it maybe the best field they've had here in over a decade for handicap horse racing in New York. When we come back, we'll have a closer look at the Metropolitan Mile.
This should be an outstanding race, as we have discussed just before the race is to be run. They're all in line. Let me tell the folks here. They're all in line. Standing very nicely for the starters. And they're off. Lady Secret going for the lead, and Smile on the outside is in second. Then it's Garthorne, Ziggy's Boy, and Love That Mac about 2 to Proud Truth, and El Bosco and Turkoman is 8. Down the backstretch. Ladies Secret has the lead by about a neck. Smile on the outside is second by less than a length, and Ziggy's Boy on the rail is third. The quarter 23 and 2. Lady Secret, the filly, continues to lead by about a half. Smile on the outside is second by about a neck. Ziggy's Boy on the rail is third by a length. Then it's Garthorne and Love That Mac heads apart. Now Ziggy's Boy gains on the rail to challenge Lady Secret. Ziggy's Boy on the rail now puts ahead in front. Lady Secret on the outside is back into second by a half. Smile on the outside. A long shot is third by a length and a half. Then it's Love That Mac and Garthorne about 6 back is Proud Truth and El Bosco and Turkoman. The favorite continues far back in 8. The half and 45 and 4 as they approach the top of the stretch. Lady Secret comes on again on the outside of Ziggy's Boy. Farther out is Smile. Farther out again is Love That Mac. 4 horses across the track. They're at the top of the stretch. Love That Mac on the outside now takes the lead. Lady Secret on the inside comes on. There he heads apart. Smile between them in third. Gaining ground on the outside is Garthorne. Farther out here comes Proud Truth and Turkoman. They pass the 8 pole. Lady Secret, Love That Mac, and Garthorne heads apart to the lead. And Turkoman is closing. But it's Garthorne now gaining the lead. Garthorne has the lead in the Met. At the wire, it's Garthorne winning by a length. There photo between Love That Mac, Lady Secret, and Turkoman. The time on the board. Wow. Very fast. 1 minute, 33 and 3/5 seconds, only 3/5 off of the track record. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Marshall. That would be the second fastest time in the 93-year history of the Metropolitan Mile Handicap. So it is Garthorne, the horse that for the first 5 years of his life ran in France. Came over to America, lost in a turf race, and then won all 4 starts. Now make it 5 on the dirt. Garthorne undefeated on the dirt, carrying today 124 pounds. The morning line 3 to 1. The dark brown horse by Believe It, a sire standing at Claiborne Farms out of Garden First and Cayenne the sire. The unofficial winner of the Metropolitan Mile, Garthorne. We'll be back with the official numbers.
They're all in line. Zero. Precisionist on the rail has the lead. On the outside is Mogambo in second, then Ruart is third, Enswell is fourth, and Turkoman is in fifth. They continue around the clubhouse turn, and Precisionist leads by about 2 lengths. Ruart on the rail on the inside of Enswell. Their heads apart. Mogambo on the outside is in fourth, about 4 to Turkoman, a distant fifth. The quarter 24-1. They're on to the backstretch. Precisionist still leads by 2 and ends well. Is second by about a half. Mogambo on the outside, moving up in third. Ruart on the rail is back into fourth. Then Turkoman. Mogambo is gaining ground on the outside of Precisionist, the half in 47-3. Precisionist on the rail still leads by a length. Mogambo second by 2, ends well as third by a head. Ruart on the rail, moving up. They approach the far turn. Precisionist still leads the way by a length and a half. Mogambo second by 3. Ruart on the rail, now in third, ends well back into fourth. Turkoman remains in fifth. 3/4, 11 flat. Precisionist still leads the way by almost 2. Mogambo second by almost 3. Now Turkoman on the outside is gaining ground in third. Ruart on the rail in fourth. Ends well back into fifth. They approach the top of the stretch. Precisionist leads the way by 2 lengths. Mogambo, Turkoman, and Ruart are heads apart. The mile 35-4, and Precisionist still leads, but gaining ground on the outside. Turkoman alongside Precisionist. Ruart on the rail third. Turkoman on the outside now puts head in front. Precisionist back into second by 4. Ruart is third, then Mogambo. Turkoman on the outside leads the way by a length. Precisionist is second, then Ruart is third. It's Turkoman in front. Danzig Connection on the outside of If I Had a Hammer. Then Turkoman is in third, Creme Fraiche fourth, Little Missouri fifth, and Wise Times is sixth. The field approaches the clubhouse turn, and Danzig Connection on the outside has the lead by about a length. If I Had a Hammer, second on the rail by about 2, then Turkoman, Little Missouri, and Creme Fraiche all heads apart. They have 2 unwise times. Danzig Connection leads the way, the quarter 25 flat. If I Had a Hammer is second by about a length. Creme Fraiche on the outside is in third by about a half. Turkoman and Little Missouri heads apart. A length and a half to Wise Times as they approach the backstretch. The half in 50-4. Danzig Connection on the rail now, leads by a full length. If I Had a Hammer is still in second by a half. Creme Fraiche on the outside, third by a half. Little Missouri on the rail fourth. On the outside is Turkoman. Turkoman now gaining ground. They continue down the backstretch. Danzig Connection leads by a half. Stablemate Creme Fraiche on the outside, second, 3/4, 16 flat. Danzig Connection on the rail still has a neck in front. Creme Fraiche on the outside, second by about a half. Turkoman is third by a half. Little Missouri in fourth. Then If I Had a Hammer and Wise Times. They enter the far turn. Danzig Connection on the rail continues to lead by about a half. Creme Fraiche second by 2. Turkoman on the outside, third by a neck. Little Missouri on the rail, fourth by a length and a half. Then If I Had a Hammer and Wise Times. The mile and 40 flat. Danzig Connection now joined on the outside by Creme Fraiche. That entry has the lead, and they have a length on Turkoman and Little Missouri. Mile and a quarter, 2:04-1. Danzig Connection on the rail. On the outside is Creme Fraiche. They're still heads apart. They have a length and a half on the favorite Turkoman. On the rail is Little Missouri. They pass the 8th pole. Creme Fraiche now takes the lead. Danzig Connection on the rail on the outside. Turkoman is gaining ground. Creme Fraiche has the lead. Turkoman is second. Creme Fraiche in front.
Oh, and what a rush. And as you see, Creme Fraiche, the one horse, just snips Turkoman on the inside to win the 68th running of the Jockey Club Gold Cup. We'll be back with the results.
Inside, Creme Fraiche, last year's Belmont winner with Randy Romero on the outside. So it's Danzig Connection at the rail and Creme Fraiche on the outside, and down the stretch they come. But 2, Turkoman with Chris McCarron on the outside, trying to make up ground in deep stretch. Creme Fraiche gets to the front. He had gone into the race as the leading money-winning horse in the race with $1.6 million in earnings. And here comes Turkoman, who had won the Marlboro Cup from last to first. And the wire is coming up. Creme Fraiche on the inside holds on to win it. Turkoman finishes second, with Danzig Connection third, and if I had a hammer, fourth.
Woody Stevens, it was his first ever Jockey Club Gold Cup win. And for jockey Randy Romero, it was a happy return to Creme Fraiche, although he was getting a little nervous in the final 16th as Turkoman got closer.
Decisionist would go to the head of the class if they won impressively. Here is number 1, Turkoman. There's a thoroughbred machine that comes from far back, and when he starts closing ground and eating up the competition, he just simply takes your breath away. Pat Day rides. And Precisionist sends chills up your spine as he thunders to the lead. Then he laughs at his competition and says, come on, catch me if you can. It's been 2 years since another horse has beaten him at equal weights, and Gary Stevens gets the call to hang on and keep him in front. I have to agree with Dick Girardi, the Philadelphia Daily News. He thinks that it's going to be Precisionist in front by 3 at the 8th pole, Turkoman flying, and Precisionist hanging on. But these two horses have won the major handicap races this year. They'll look each other in the eye. What a summit conference. Number 3 is Skywalker, the 1985 Santa Anita Derby winner, with jockey Lafitte Pinkai Jr. trying for the upset this afternoon. Just behind, that's Skywalker with Lafitte Pinkai. There's Hopeful Word, the 4-horse. A nice horse who's won 6 out of 8 this season. But I don't think he's in a class with Turkoman and Precisionist. Pat Valenzuela picked up this mount. Number 5 in the $3 million Breeders' Cup Classic, sponsored by the Mobil Oil Corporation, is the English bred who appeared in our 3-year-old classic, the Kentucky Derby, and finished second. It's Bold Arrangement, who returned to England and the turf and hasn't won a race since. No pony, as you can see, they're actually taking him out with the groom. And here is number 6, Alpha Batum. He has the clockers scratching their collective heads after his morning trials. He's working better than any horse on the card, 1 mile and 1:36 and 1. Spectacular. I have a feeling that trainer John Gosden has Alpha Batum cranked up for the central moment of his racing career right now. I wouldn't be surprised to be hooked up with Precisionist or Turkoman for the drive. Eddie Delahousie urging the 5-year-old on. Triptyque is the 7-horse, the best mare in Europe. She's beaten the Colts and was 3rd to Dancing Brave in the Arc. Tony Cruz, the top rider from Hong Kong, is here for the Classic. Certainly an international event. Number 8, Iades. The French-bred long shot has little to recommend, but you never know. This is horse racing, and Cash Asmussen, fine jockey, rides. And number 9, the question mark in here, Herat, a recent wire-to-wire winner of the Maryland Classic, probably going to go for the lead. Jerry Bailey, who won the Maryland Classic on Herat this afternoon, trained by Jack Van Berg. And Magambo adds some interesting spice to the race. Never been the same since he won the Gotham, beating Groovy and Tasso, but he's back, and Cordero is aboard. That's Magambo. And number 11, Nostalgia Star, who Chris Tolis loves this track. He worked 1 mile and 1:38 flat in preparation for today's 10 furlongs. Fernando Toro, the other half of this team. What a race, $3 million, the Breeders' Cup Classic, sponsored by Mobil. And Gary Stevens, as we said, the man of the moment. Can he now come to the winner's circle after finishing second 3 times? He has Precisionist. That's Turkoman right there.
Now the one we've waited for. The Classic, the race, $3 million, 3-year-olds and up. The Oak Cliff Stables, Skywalker, trained by Mike Whittingham.
He won the Mervyn Leroy at Hollywood Park. Is he good enough for these? Probably not, but let's remember, neither was Wild Again, and even Proud Truth nobody likes.
Bold Arrangement, the 3-year-old English-bred colt, is back in America.
A fascinating horse. He came here for the Derby. Watch him. Nobody thought he'd have a chance because he was a grass horse. He's going to finish second. Then he went back to Europe, and he did nothing over there. So why not try again? Here he is in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Turkoman, the 4-year-old by Aladar, winner of 4 of 7 this year.
This is an exciting horse to watch. He comes from behind, as he does here in the Marlboro. A win here could make him Horse of the Year. But this is a 1-mile racetrack. He makes a late sweeping move. The track could beat him, but he likes this distance, and he's ready.
Another potential Horse of the Year, Precisionist, the 5-year-old bred and owned by Mr. Fred Hooper.
An amazing horse. He won the Breeders' Cup Sprint last year. That's remarkable in itself because he did it off a layoff. But now he comes back as one of the favorites in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and good reason to be one of the favorites. Here he is in the Woodward. He's going to win that race. He beats Lady's Secret, among others. But the distance, 1.25 miles today, not his best distance. Can he withstand the late charge of Turkoman? This is his home court. What a matchup. What a race.
Star with Fernando Toro completing this field of 11. The field in place for the third Breeders' Cup Classic. They're in the gate. And they're up in the Breeders' Cup Classic. I-80s was away slowly. Skywalker comes away for the lead and toward the inside. It's Precisionist, and Herat is out fast. And they pass it the first time, well off the rail. It is Herat who now takes a short lead. Precisionist is close to him now, second on the inside. Skywalker third, and Hopeful Word is fourth. A gap of almost 6 back to Mogambo. And then another 4-length gap to Triptyque. Alpha Beta is in between horses. Turkoman is down on the rail. He's 12 lengths off the lead already. Nostalgia Star is wide going into the turn. Bold Arrangement is second to last, and after the slow start, I-80s trails the field. Around the first turn, the first quarter in 22 3/5 seconds, it's Herat in front. Precisionist tucked along the inside. Skywalker is in between horses. Hopeful Word in hand and 4 wide. They move to the back stretch now, and Precisionist is moving through on the inside after Herat. Skywalker is right there. Hopeful Word just off them, then a gap of 3 back to Mogambo. 7-length gap back to Alpha Beta. Another 7-length gap back to Nostalgia Star. For the inside, it is Triptyque and Turkoman. 15 lengths off the lead with the half mile to run. 46 flat for the half mile, 3 quarters in 10 and 1. And the field moves into the far turn. Skywalker and Herat. Precisionist nowhere to go toward the inside. Hopeful Word is alongside him. Mogambo is moved within 3.5 lengths of the lead. Then farther back, Alpha Beta is there on the outside. Toward the inside, it is Nostalgia Star. And Turkoman now, he's put to the whip. But he's 10 lengths off the lead of Skywalker, who passes the quarter pole with Precisionist in close pursuit. And Turkoman is swinging 5 wide. He's picking them up one by one, and he's rolling now. But they have to catch Skywalker. He leads by 4 with the furlong to the wire. Precisionist is second. Turkoman closing third. Skywalker is still there. And then it is Precisionist. Turkoman with one late move, but it is too late. And Skywalker, an upset winner, with Pinkai aboard to win the third Breeders' Cup Classic. And the string of long shots continues. Turkoman was gallant. He was coming from far out of it, but he simply ran out of ground. And Pinkai, the master aboard Skywalker, to win the third Breeders' Cup Classic.
Pinkai, indeed, the master. He opened the day's $1 million racing by winning the juvenile for the Colts aboard Capote, and he finishes in the $3 million race with Skywalker. Mike Whittingham, the trainer for Oak Cliff Stables. Luke Skywalker, the hero of Star Wars, was the influence in the naming of Skywalker, a 4-year-old Kentucky bred.
What an interesting race. Skywalker got to the lead over on the backstretch, and I'm sure there will be words between Pinkai and Stevens. It looks like they were boxed up a little too tight going down the backstretch, but coming into the lane, it's Skywalker. And Precision is simply nowhere to go early and not enough speed here. Finishing third, Turkoman from the back of the pack, and down the stretch they come. Pinkai with a 10-1 shot, who took the Santa Anita Derby. Turkoman closing in vain. Precision is third, another classic in the classic.
And true to form, the outsider winning it unofficially, Skywalker at 10-1. Across the line first, followed by the 2 everyone was watching. Turkoman apparently second, and Precisionist is third in 2 minutes and 2/5. $1,450,000. Oh, they'll be skywalking.